Hello and welcome to this edition of The Boston Show. I'm your host, Francesco Tartaglia. Last week in Boston, the Murphy Ice Skating Rink in South Boston was rededicated this past weekend. Named after Francis Murphy, a firefighter who perished in the Trumbull Street Fire of October 1st, 1964, the rink was recently renovated due to the record-breaking snowfall in the winter of 2015.
These heroes, if you will, a lot of this day and age go unrecognized, and the fact that we have this rededication today, bringing Frank Murphy back into, and his actions and what he accomplished in his life forward for the younger generations to understand and emulate is important.
Francis also served as a Marine in World War II and was a team manager of BC Hockey's 1949 National Championship team. UMass Boston hosted the 10th annual A Nation of Immigrants Community Seder. Hundreds of students were in attendance, along with their family members and guests, for the ceremony.
In the city of Boston, we will not fall prey to ignorance or fear. We're going to continue to welcome and respect the members of our communities who are our immigrants. They will continue to be able to celebrate their diversity, and we as a city can celebrate that diversity together.
The event is hosted by the Anti-Defamation League, an organization dedicated to making our country a more inclusive home for all, where being different is not a liability and diversity is a cherished strength. New England-born John Grayken and his family donated $25 million to the Boston Medical Center, the largest donation in the hospital's history. The investment will create the Boston Medical Center Grayken Center for Addiction Medicine and help fight fatalities from opioid abuse.
I've toured many medical facilities, but I have never seen dedication, diligence, and talent like the people I've met here.
The Grayken Center's mission will focus on three aspects of addiction medicine: research, treatment, and prevention. 7 award winners received funding from the 75 Brainerd Road Project Community Benefits process at the Allston-Brighton Community Benefits Grant Funding Award Ceremony.
Applicants for this opportunity were required to submit a plan to the BPDA that described how they would utilize the funds to benefit the Allston neighborhood and its people.
The event is an example of ongoing attempts to fight income inequality by ensuring that the benefits of Boston's current period of historic real estate development are shared by all of Boston residents and neighborhoods. The 7 awards total $100,000 in community benefits funding, and all organizations recognized are nonprofits and are either located in or serve the residents of Allston. The City of Boston hosted an open house-style community meeting in Allston to make residents in that neighborhood more aware, informed, and involved in their community. Almost every city department was in attendance, and the event offered residents the opportunity to talk to their local officials. Mayor Walsh moved about the community center freely, meeting with constituents on a one-on-one basis. City officials released the administration's long-term mobility plan, Go Boston 2030 Vision and Action Plan. This plan is the transportation element of the city's larger comprehensive planning agenda and complements the Imagine Boston and Climate Ready Boston initiatives.
It's unprecedented in terms of any city transportation plan that I've got to a chance to be part of. It's the most comprehensive and substantive, and it also includes a very detailed and very well-articulated action plan.
Projects and policies in the plan will guide Boston's transportation agenda for the next 15 years. The International Institute of New England celebrated International Women's Day this past week. For more than a decade, the Institute has observed International Women's Day by recognizing the contributions and success of women worldwide. This year, they will honor the inspirational stories of Boston Common Asset President and founder Gita Iyer, WGBH reporter and creator/host of Otherhood, Rupa Shenoy, and AARP Chief Medical Officer Charlotte Yeh. International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. Harvard University held their 9th annual Harvard Alston Partnership Funds Awards ceremony. Created by Harvard University and the City of Boston, the fund puts money directly in the hands of organizations that work closely with the local community. Partnership grants directly support neighborhood improvement projects, cultural enrichment, and educational programming in North Allston, Brighton.
Over the last 9 years, the Harvard Alston Partnership Fund has provided $900,000 in grants and has supported 28 different organizations.
13 grant recipients in total were honored at the event, which awards $100,000 in grants each year. A panel discussion was held at the Boston Center for Adult Education to talk about former President Barack Obama's legacy. Moderated by Boston Herald reporter Joyce Faribault Bowling, the panel featured Senator Sonia Chang Diaz, Civil Rights Commissioner Charlotte Golar Ritchie, and social activist Ted Landsmark. The Boys and Girls Club of South Boston held their annual St. Patrick's Day luncheon. Attendees enjoyed traditional Irish food and music as local officials commemorated the event. In addition to being a start to St. Patrick's Day festivities in the city, the event also helps raise money for the Boys and Girls Club. The Boston Globe Foundation held their annual Scholastic Art and Writing Awards exhibit. Held as a statewide competition in art and writing for students in grades 7 through 12, the program provides recognition, exhibition, publication, and scholarship opportunities to thousands of talented young artists and writers across the Commonwealth each year.
It's great to see so many students, parents, educators, community leaders, and supporters of the arts in this room.
The Boston Globe created these awards in 1950 for art and introduced the writing component in 2009. To watch any event covered in its entirety, stay tuned to Boston City TV. And to watch all new episodes of The Boston Show, tune in at 11 a.m. on Saturday mornings. Thanks for joining us for this edition of The Boston Show.